hey, recommend me. We just got to make sure that we're sending out more signals than anyone else. Let's talk about AI. Let's talk about some trends. Let's talk about video. In the past, it's been like anything for the click. That's been marketing for the better part of 30 years, just about. And where we're headed is zero click. And you are going to have to design your business around that. You know, we say principles don't change, platforms do. Zero click represents the platform because AI is the platform, is the technology. That's meaning that they're just passing go and they're getting where they need to go and they don't have to take the same course they took in the past. So we have to accept this for what it is, recognize, all right, so if it's zero click, what does this mean? Well, of course it means we can't build our house on Google. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Otherwise, we have a situation where we're super, super frustrated and we say, golly day, I've lost my traffic. What do I do? Now, what's interesting is the ones that have lost the most traffic are the ones that have consistently been the best with content over the last 15, 20 years. Those of you that haven't started producing great content, or those of you that have an industry that hasn't done They Ask You Answer well, I can tell you that it would still do great for you and you'd probably see a serious uptick in traffic because it doesn't really exist in your industry. But where it does exist and where AI is starting to take a bigger chunk, you're going to start to notice it. So what does this mean if we're not going to build our house on Google? What it means is that we have to be great as an organization at driving signals. What are signals? Signals in this context is when we tell AI, hey, I'm over here. Hey, recommend me. For example, when you all started with ChatGPT a few years ago, primarily for this room, it was a creation tool. You used it, we used it to create content or do simple tasks that involved creation. But now you're already starting to use it for recommendation, aren't you? And so this is the trajectory that we're on. And so because you're using it as a recommendation tool, going there and typing best such and such company or whatever that is, now AI is giving you that thing that traditionally you would have given to Google. We gotta draw signals. We've gotta make sure that AI can't help but to notice us and the world can't help notice us. You know what's funny about brand is brand used to be how the world saw us. Today, brand is how the world plus AI sees you. And the good thing about AI, it will access everything. Every piece of content you produce, text, audio, video, doesn't matter, eventually is going to feed the beast, and that's how it is going to make its recommendations to the rest of the world. We just got to make sure that we're sending out more signals than anyone else. And so as we're looking at this, we have to start viewing search entirely differently and say, how can I send out more of these signals? One major one, of course, is social. When I started They Ask You Answer with River Pools, March of 2009 was when I started. I didn't have to do social media. Christian, you came on board in what year? 2017, and we didn't have any social media accounts because you built them all. And so we literally created this incredible business, most traffic swimming pool website in the world, no social media. If we had to do it all over again today, I couldn't do what I did then to build River Pools. I'd have to do better. We as a group have to do better, which is why the social signal is too strong to ignore. Now the problem though is it's hard to be good across the board with social. I recognize that. I'm not gonna say that it's easy, which is why we have to do things like, for example, embrace vertical short style video. But one thing is for certain, we need to be embracing vertical short form video as much as you possibly can. When it comes to YouTube Shorts, when you're creating a short on YouTube, they want to show shorts and they want to do it in search. YouTube is still the second most used search engine in the world. And so when it comes to the big five and it comes to all the stuff that you did with the content on your website, you now have to say to yourself, could we replicate that on YouTube Shorts? You could, and you could probably do it very well. Have you seen results where you are putting up a short video, you're targeting a specific, let's say, big five phrase, and you're getting outcomes? Gerald, do you have one?
So my number one dealer who is doing YouTube Shorts, his highest close rate is YouTube Shorts. It's 80%. His average is 53, but his highest is 80%, and that's YouTube Shorts.
Wow, it's great. So the fact that he's using YouTube and getting from Shorts, great example there, Gerald. It's great to see. It's just one of those areas where in most of your industries, you could rank very quickly for a lot of primary keyword phrases if you were just producing short vertical style video within YouTube. And again, with YouTube right now, that's less than 60-second videos, and you got to upload it as a short. Does anybody else have an example of how you've seen it effectively used for search in your space yet?
I just retired from the United States Army. One of the most effective ways I've seen shorts used is the recruiting effort through the military. Using the 60-second shorts has been huge for recruiting.
Yeah, and you would think like U.S. government, military can't really do anything like that. You would think they wouldn't be very progressive when it comes to marketing, but you've got somebody that's saying, hey, we can't do it the way we've always done it. They're having a problem with recruits. And again, this is Pride Cycle, right? Pride Cycle says, for a long time, military got lots of recruits, didn't have to do a lot of the little things to get them, and then suddenly they started having a major problem with recruits, so they had to start to do the little things because they were experiencing pain, and they said, let's try things that haven't been done before, in our case, shorts. So, perfect example. In fact, I think I said the last time that we had an Impact Live that LinkedIn was going to have a short form style video, and they have come out with it since then. And so now with LinkedIn, if you're doing video at all, they want to show as much video as possible. Now, the hard part right now is they don't have a really great upload methodology for shorts, and there's like confusion as to how it gets. Listen, just roll with it, and it's all going to become crystallized, just like you saw at first with YouTube. Their vertical style videos at first were very unorganized. It was kind of clunky, but now they've got a good rhythm to it and they're figuring it out. And everybody wants to be the next TikTok, right? And oh, by the way, Pride Cycle, nobody was doing vertical video. TikTok comes in 2017, disrupts the entire industry. Everybody says, haha, that's silly, right? But then all of a sudden, TikTok starts to take everybody's viewers. And then what do you suddenly see? You see Meta and everybody with Facebook and Instagram doing vertical videos. YouTube comes out with vertical videos, right? That's Pride Cycle, experiencing pain because you've been disrupted, and now you start to do the little things like innovate. We see it over and over again. So LinkedIn video, big opportunities right there. But if you're a B2C, I'm not going to recommend it. You're probably going to be much better off putting your focus somewhere else. But for you B2Bs in the room, especially those that know your clients are on there, make sure you're doing it.